What's up, everybody? This is Peter again for Sports Hot Rumors and Debates. How are you guys today? Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't realize, and real fans of sports realize this, okay? But other casual fans just assume signing of players and getting a big name changes everything, right? I'll give you a perfect example of something. Manny Machado, right? Let's go to baseball for a second. Manny Machado signed with the Padres. He spent all this money on Machado. They spent all this money on Eric Hosmer. And, look what happened to the Padre team. Nothing happened, right? They haven't won yet because one player does not make a team, okay? So I'm going to go to football today, and I'm going to talk about my Cardinals and whoever's a Cardinal fan. And this is kind of just more of a sports thing in general. So got a question asked to me the other day, do I think one person is going to do this and blah, blah, blah. And I won't name the guy. I won't say anything. But they asked me the question of, what do I think is going to happen? So here's the deal. The Arizona Cardinals just got one of the best receivers probably ever to play the game in DeAndre Hopkins, right? He's definitely probably the top receiver right now in football. The guy is a phenomenal player. However, here's the deal. DeAndre Hopkins is one guy, one amazing player. If you looked when he played with the Texans, they did not win a championship, okay? It did not matter how great he was because, one, you got to play defense. Two, other guys got to catch the ball. And three, you better block for the guy. And let's get another thing, you better run the ball too, okay? There is so many different things that can happen in this game that one player doesn't mean anything. But here's what one player does. One player makes everybody better. Okay, and Larry Fitzgerald just came out and said that today, which was hilarious because I spoke about this before and I wanted to talk about it today before Larry came out and said this. Larry said DeAndre is just going to make everybody better. Absolutely 100% right. And let's go down the chain, right? You guys played dominoes before. He wants to talk about the domino effect. You touch one thing, everything starts going in different places. That is what DeAndre Hopkins is going to do. Let's go back to last year. Let's rewind. You got a guy in Larry Fitzgerald who's still one of the most amazing players still in this sport for his age. He's in his mid-30s, still performing at such a high level. Yeah, he may not be the player he was 10 years ago. Who would be? But he's still at this great level. But think about what all the things that this poor guy had. Larry Fitzgerald, to me, is better than DeAndre Hopkins in his prime when Larry was in his prime, right? They're very close, but to me, I would choose Larry any day just for the fact that he just has this ability, man. Everything around him is amazing. But they're right here and here, right? It's so close. Here's the deal. Larry, after Bolden left and all this stuff, Larry could not do these things by himself, right? Please, look what that poor man had to go through. So even all the Cardinal fans were like, yo, dude, if you leave, we understand. We got it. At one point, I was saying, listen, we're not winning the championship. So go, man. Go get yourself a ring somewhere because you deserve. If you had a better quarterback at sometimes, you would have been through the roof. Just imagine him playing with like a Brady or a Rodgers or a Breeze or anybody who can throw the ball. If it wasn't for Warner and Carson Palmer at times, it was rough for this guy. So, okay, let's just stop that for a second and go back to DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, what he's going to do. Here's the key, right? We're going to stay on offense for a second. The X factor, right? The X factor to the Arizona Cardinals offense is Christan Kirk. This is what I think of Christan Kirk. I have been pumping this guy for so long, saying that I love this guy. He's going to get better. He's going to get better. I would have traded him this year if we could have gotten Lamb and everything, but it didn't happen. So Christan Kirk now, I would say almost everything is going to be on Christian. Because we know DeAndre is going to be amazing. But to get to where we have to get to, DeAndre cannot be it all. It's going to have to be Kirk. And maybe not this exact year, because Larry's still there, but after Larry goes, which I think will be 2 years before Larry goes. It all depends on how they do this year. However, I think that Christan Kirk has the key right now. Because remember when Fuller on the Texans played and did well, the Texans thrived, right? Because you had somebody that can go straight up the field and burn you. So what do you think that's going to happen with Kirk? Kirk's got that role now. We know he's got fantastic hands. He definitely does. The guy can catch. Kyler loves him. So now he doesn't have to worry about a number one corner on him. He knows DeAndre's got that. So that was what Larry's talking about. he's going to make others better. And just think, Larry's going to be better, and now all the young kids coming in, right? Butler, Isabella, and my man Johnson, who I love Keyshawn. I think he's going to be really good. These guys are going to be really good at this, right? They're all going to step up, especially Isabella. They're going to try to get him the ball. Again, a domino effect. That does not happen. It does not happen if they don't have DeAndre. One guy, I mentioned this the other day about how if you have a great pitcher, right, a number 2 pitcher, and he's into the number 1 role, that's different. So the reason I'm saying this again, the reason I want to bring this up is everybody seems to think that a player of a magnitude of DeAndre Hopkins means everything. Yes, in one sense, but no, he cannot bring you a championship. He has to help bring a championship. He cannot go out there and play defense for the Arizona Cardinals, okay? He cannot throw the ball to himself. He cannot run the ball in the end zone from the running back position. So that's not going to happen. They need help. So here's the deal with the defense. The Arizona Cardinal defense, how does Hopkins make this better? Larry said that. So for example, if Hopkins scores, the defense finally can go, all right, we're up. We don't have to worry as much. Or if we don't score and the defense makes a stop, most likely the law of averages is going to help us out eventually where we're going to score with DeAndre. Not like before where if we don't score and something happens, then what's going to happen? The defense continues to go on the field. So many good defenses gets labeled bad because they're always constantly on the field because the offense is not doing well. If you're a great defense and you have good offense, it's always going to be an amazing defense. If you have a great defense and shitty offense, it's just going to be okay defense. Because eventually you're going to get tired. Eventually you just continue on the field and you're going to lose. You can only stop somebody so many times. So that is where DeAndre Hopkins helps out. So for example, the Cowboys this year, they got CeeDee Lamb. I think they're going to do wonderful. I wish we had it. I so did. Arizona may have made a trade, for example, if Simmons is not available, Arizona may make that trade and Lamb is probably available, right? If they make the trade with the Broncos or something. They said that they were getting a call, but, once Simmons was there, things changed. So who knows what would have happened? I don't know. Again, that's all speculation. But I like that the Cowboys got a bunch of different players. It didn't matter. Look at Amari Cooper when he was there. You cannot expect just one guy to be that guy. Elliott, you cannot expect him to just do everything. Eventually, defense is going to stop. They're going to know what's happening. Everybody has to step up. Everybody has to take their role. But Hopkins does make every single player better. He makes every single player better. And now, there's Arizona. They have a decision to make with Reddick, right? I believe there was a news coming out that the Arizona has a few more $1 million now than they expected. They were supposed to have around 6.9. Now they have around 8.9. Let me tell you something. At this point, there's some free agents out there that can help Arizona out still. So we can go through that after. But the whole point of this conversation is this is a team sport. All these sports are for the team. No one man is above this. Antonio Brown is proof. Okay? Antonio Brown was my favorite receiver a few years ago watching this guy play. I mean, how could you not love him? Right? When he's on the field, I don't mind the talking shit. That makes it fun. But, when he took it to another level, then, you got to get away from that crap. But look what happened. Right? Look what happens. You take Antonio Brown out. Schuster's the only one. He is not Schuster anymore, right? Because he cannot be a number one. Maybe he can, but he can't be the number one Antonio is. But when Antonio was there, all the pressure was off Schuster. All of it. Schuster could dominate. So this is what I'm saying, right? And it's not just Schuster's fault. Sometimes when you're the number one, you have a lot of crap on you. So now, if DeAndre's not going to win you the game most of the time, he's going to help do amazing. Maybe he'll win a few games. But most of the time, it's going to be the other guys or the defense that's going to help. DeAndre will get his 7 or 8 catches at 120, 130 yards, probably a TD. But what about the day we play a really good team? Or what about the day we play the Niners and their defense is amazing? It's not going to be DeAndre. Maybe they're going to try to double team him. So maybe it's going to be Kirk. Maybe it's going to be Larry. Maybe it'll be Isabella. But somebody has to step up. And I believe that guy has to be Kirk. All right, guys. I just wanted to mention that because I like what Larry said, and I mentioned that the other day, and I thought I kind of reiterate this, but dig deeper into that because it's a very important thing. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.